Oh, man. You guys got my TMJs working, baby.
Tight muscle jaws.
Yes.
Yes.
What's TMJ?
Tight mommy jaw.
You're
close.
I was very close. It's when you get lockjaw from sucking on the mommy milkies.
Oh, my God.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Judgies, a podcast where I don't actually listen to you when you do this. What do you say now?
Now I say, welcome back to the judgiest place on the internet.
Yes. Welcome back to the judgiest place on the internet where we read stuff and we judge the authors that wrote it. What's my name? I'm Rick.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Christian.
It felt wrong. We got to start over.
Hello and welcome back to
Just
another
kidding, I
episode
already
of
did
the-
it.
Judgiest
So-
place on the internet.
My name's Rick. Wait,
My name's Josh.
and we are the
Judgies.
Very good, guys.
Thank you. I've been practicing.
I mean, you were just staring at me, so
I've been
I
looking
feel
in
like
the
I had
mirror.
to do it for you.
Because I paused for 2 seconds.
For like 20 seconds. It was such a long pause.
Well, after the editing, it's only like a half second.
You and I have very different concepts of time. I'm not saying one of us is right and one of us is wrong, but
Here's
they're
the
very
thing.
different.
Josh, don't you correct her. I need her to keep thinking that every 3 seconds is equivalent to 20 seconds.
Right.
Otherwise, the math's going to be off, and she's going to really catch on.
Christian's
quick.
playing the long con here. He's been gaslighting her on durations of times for 10
11.
years.
It's been 11 years.
Well, it's been 10, but you think
Oh.
it's been 11.
That's true.
Somehow, the ratio is from 3 seconds to 20 seconds, but only 10 year to 1 year. He didn't want to mess you up too much on like your birthdays and stuff.
Sure.
How do you guys feel about just looking at yourself in the mirror and just
Horrible.
really working on your introduction and just being like, and my name is Christian, and we are the Judgies. How do you guys feel about doing that every day?
Are you trying to say that we're bad at it?
I mean, one of us is good at it and two of us are bad at it, but
Right, so you guys can just share a mirror and work on it together.
well, that's not really who I meant by it.
Okay, so me and Erica are bad.
Yeah, that's what I meant by it.
Okay. And so
Okay.
your solution is going to be for us to sit in our mirrors or sit and watch a mirror and try to guess the timing at which I'm going to deliver the intro. Because, I have to say words in between those two phrases that you said. Because I do the intro most weeks. Tip of the fedora to Mrs. Erica.
Mrs. Erica. I like that. Actually, my
He's-
Twitter name is Mrs. Ricky, so...
So come correct.
Or don't come at all.
Well,
Is that what you tell Christian? Is that what gets him to last 20 seconds?
guys, let's get into the first. Before we drag this out any further, let's.
New Year's episode.
Oh my God.
Augsilheim. Or Augsilheim. The all-female band from LA who are pretentious and is on Taylor Swift's newest album.
Yes, and...
You don't know Alsigheim,
No, I literally have no idea what you're talking
the
about.
all-female band that's on Taylor Swift's newest album?
No. Haim is.
Oh, Haim.
Yeah, and Augsilheim is the New Year's song.
Oh.
There's a New Year's
Hi, I'm
song?
Christian.
It's the New Year's song. If you heard it, you'd know. Glory to the newborn King. That's a Christmas song. You would know the. You would know the.
You would know the New
And
Year's
a
song.
happy New Year. That one?
Mhm. Yes, that's Augsilheim. Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Good tidings.
No, it's
to
not.
you.
Listen, guys, we're not smart, but I'm right.
I'm judging
I
you.
mean, it is the New Year's song. I have no idea how it goes.
It goes Silgheim, that pretentious band from L.A. We
You know
wish you
the
a- Wait,
one
you
on
sang
Taylor
the same
Swift.
song. Hang
Newest
on.
album.
You sang the same song, you motherfucker. I don't know how to spell Silgheim. I'm also pronouncing it horribly wrong.
Yeah.
It's
like
fucking Latin or some
Ald
shit.
Singheim or something like that.
We wish you Aug's Lang Syne, the New Year's anthem. Here's Mariah Carey's version.
Oh, Danny boy.
The Queen herself.
Danny boy.
That's a Campbell's chicken soup commercial.
All right, let's get back on
No,
track.
I need to play Mariah Carey Auld Lang Syne. The New
It
Year's
has
anthem.
words.
Fireworks version. Yeah. Now, obviously, we can't have that in the podcast.
Yeah, we can.
Oh, we're just getting copyright strike?
How long did you play of it, you fool?
That's true. We'll cut it.
We're
It was 7 straight minutes of Mariah Carey. That Campbell chicken noodle soup ad is just going to ding us immediately.
That's what's going to get us.
Big soup is coming for us, guys.
Here's the thing. We can't get dinged on it because I have the vocal range of Mariah Carey. How are they going to know the difference?
Parody law, baby. Christian, of course, can't whistle, but can sing in a whistle register.
Yes. My parents didn't completely drop the ball.
All right.
They did on New Year's.
Jesus. Okay. Am I the asshole for keeping my promise of training her kids like dogs if/when my cousin dumps them on me? I'm sorry if the title isn't very accurate. I can't think of another description to describe the, quote, training.
Well,
Questions?
Yeah,
I
20.
ding a bell and then I give them a treat.
Are you like, yeah, are you just going straight up fucking Pavlovian and like only giving him food when they salivate? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Let's find out. My cousin Amy, 25 female.
Too old. Wait, I thought it was.
She's a
never mind.
stupid
Cut,
bitch.
cut. I
You
thought
think
they-
a 26-year-old female is too old?
For the name Amy, yes.
Joshua, I'm 26. Are you saying I'm an old
I thought
hag?
the kids were 25 that she was training. I messed up. I
You're
jumped the
damn
shark.
right you did.
I jumped the shark. Too young.
You're damn right it is. My cousin Amy, 25 female, has twins, 6-year-old males, and has a nasty habit of dumping them onto relatives to babysit for the entire day without any warning or regard for their time. I, 27 female, have a very strained relationship with her because my mom's side of the family demands that we all remain close-knit, so I have no choice but to tolerate her. When she initially gave birth to them, she teased me that I'll have to take on babysitting duty from now on. Now, I'm no good with kids, so I remarked to her then that if I ever have them, I'll train them, not babysit. She brushed me off. The kids now are hella destructive and loud. Pulling out stuffing inside furniture, holes inside walls, smashing anything glass and porcelain,
Peeing on stuff. Bad breath all the time.
ugly,
Chasing cats down the alley. Barking at loud noises. They're dogs.
screaming.
Did I mention they're poodles?
They just eat anything that's on the table.
They shit on the floor and then eat it and then barf and then eat that too.
Screaming louder than a fire alarm, you name it. When it was my first turn to deal with them, I immediately walked with them to the store and grabbed the biggest bag of M&Ms I could find
Of dog food I could find.
and trained them so that every time they follow my orders and behave, they get one. If they misbehave, I get one.
Frickin' win-win if you ask me,
If
brother.
these kids were like old enough to like, this is like literally like bourgeoisie proletariat class. Like she's like, oh, whenever you're bad, I get a treat, and so but she's the one setting the rules. So she's just like, I get M&Ms all the
I
time.
literally did this to my brother and sister when I would babysit them. I'd have like a bag of potato
Train
chips or
them.
something. Right. And I would make them do all of my chores. And if they did one of my chores, I'd give them a chip And if they didn't do it, I would eat the chips.
A singular chip.
One chore for
You
one
want
chip.
the single Pringle?
Yes, that's
Y'all.
100% accurate.
Kids are fucking stupid.
Yes.
Because you remember being a kid and getting like $7 and you were just on top of the
You just-
fucking
Oh,
losing
yeah.
it? You're just like, Tooth Fairy left me $3.25 this time. Hot damn. Someone call my banker. I'm investing this shit. Then you're like, maybe I'll hit all my teeth out so I get $22 at once.
The idea of like a single dad trying to be the Tooth Fairy and just digging into his dad change pocket. And it's like, just give it all to him. This is $2.67.
The Tooth Fairy is a down on his luck like grifter, and he's like, I'll tell you what, for your tooth, you can either wait a year and I'll give you $20, or you can have whatever's in my pocket right now. It could be anything, even $20, and it's $3.16 in loose change, no bills.
I see we keep saying dollar amounts where you need a penny, but go on, Erica.
Is a cold hard check, $3.16, with the banker's fee being $6. So you owe me dollars, I think.
Soon enough, every time the kids were dumped on me, they went with my guidelines and behaved. Whenever I say sit, they sit at the table. Whenever I say stay, they don't leave that spot, etc.
Sit pretty, boys. Sit pretty.
2 days ago, there was a party planned with the whole extended family. I know, pandemic, didn't want to, but Mom insisted. She's a 27-year-old woman, and her mother insists that she goes. Anyway. I grabbed the M&Ms since the twins were going to be there. Arrived, the twins were being so destructive.
I grabbed the M&Ms because the twins are going to be there.
An entire tray of food was spilled. All the adults had had enough and yelled at Amy to control them. She vomited the same excuse of them.
I thought she literally vomited for a second, like, to get out of it. I'll yell him as soon as I'm done.
She's also a 9-year-old who learned about gag reflexes and is like, oh, if I puke, people won't ask me to do things.
She vomited the same excuse of them just being kids and they'll grow out of it eventually. I shouted the twins' names and shook my M&M bag. They came running over to me and I popped 6 pieces into my mouth for their misbehavior.
That was a big mess up on that
That's
part.
a big fuck up.
That was 6 misbehaviors.
I told them to go clean up the mess or no candy all night. They do so. Halfway through the party, every time something similar came up or they just weren't behaving, I was the one able to calm them down. When Amy saw what I was doing, she got angry and started yelling at me about how her children aren't animals and that I shouldn't be giving them so much candy anyway. I told her that I'm their aunt, not their parent. Why am I the one disciplining them? Isn't that your job? She screamed the same argument at me, and since she's their mother, to stop giving them candy. One of the twins overheard and went apeshit, dashed straight into the kitchen and started shattering anything he could get his hands on, shouting over and over that he wants his candy.
That's at least 12 M&Ms that she's going to eat.
His twin joined soon after. I repeated that
Aww.
she's their mother and just sat in the living room watching it all unfold.
They do everything together.
At the end, Amy blamed me for them turning out this way. The other relatives she dumped them on, a majority, disagreed, but when I told a friend about the situation, he told me that training them the way I did can really fuck up the kids mentally later in their life. So am I the asshole?
I mean, she kind of did it right? Because, like, when you're reading, like, the basics on how to train your raga, muffin or otherwise, you want to do positive reinforcement, and that's what she's doing. And she's doing positive reinforcement by giving them good things when they do good things. And she's not doing negative.
She's not like punishing.
She's not punished. Yeah, she's not doing negative punishment where she's taking away things when they do bad things.
She's
just
showing like, look, I'm having a good time. You could have been having.
So theoretically, it's not the worst way to train a dragon. Sorry, ragamuffin. But they're not dogs, man.
Here's my take on it. Instead of giving treats like a dog, she should be training them like Caesar Milan would train a dog. She should be going...
Just fucking slap them, is what you're saying?
Just stab them in the neck with your fingers.
You don't slap. You give them a...
little
you give them a little
jab.
pinch.
You don't
give 'em
slap.
a little
You
pinch.
open hand punch.
Yeah.
It doesn't leave a bruise. Yeah.
Stop it. They need to bring Caesar Milan in, is all I'm saying. That would
All right.
solve all these issues.
Christian, we just talked about things you don't want on the pod, and now you're going to come out as pro Caesar Milan.
Wait, no. Caesar is anti-Pitbull, so he's probably good. He's a good guy, right?
Mhm, yeah.
Ooh. We're anti-Pitbull? I don't like that.
Well, if Caesar Milan is,
I
I really
like
base a
his
lot
music,
of my
I guess,
life
but
on Caesar Milan.
As long as he gets me that pizza, I'm fucking good, dude. He can beat as many dogs as he wants.
Josh, thank you, good
Oh my
boy.
God, that's more effective than booing me.
we'll see.
That's insane. We'll see.
We'll
Is that
see.
a threat? Jesus Christ. So this lady, look, she was thrown into a bad situation, and honestly, she kind of made the best out of it because, like, she is teaching, like, positive reinforcement methods to these kids.
I think this woman, this Amy person, needs to stop leaving her children with other people and raise her own kids. Like, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, effectively, the OP, the post, is a fucking grandma because she's 20. So,
How
like,
dare you?
27?
it's too old. It's too old.
Should just end it right there.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, you don't want to have a bad parent. So, like, you're, as a family member, you're kind of, like, stuck with helping people out in that regard, right? Like, the kids come first. And you know what? I'm going to say it. Kudos to this parent. Not how I would raise a kid. I'd be more like Amy's baby daddy in this picture, but...
Not there.
Correct. Monetarily there. Monetarily.
We don't know that he's monetarily
but that's
there.
how I would be.
Sure.
What do you think
Yeah.
their names are?
I think I would. So at the beginning, when they were talking about punching holes through walls, I was thinking their names are probably like Kyler and Skylar.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Caden and Braden's very good.
Erica, what do you think their names are?
Jonthany and Styler.
What are
don't
the
know, I
twins'
can't-
names from Bob's Burgers? Ollie and
Ollie and Nosegrind.
Fuck, why can't I remember?
Ollie and Nolly.
Is it Nolly?
I mean, that's when you do an ollie, but use
Oh,
the
that's
nose
right.
of the board instead of the tail of the board.
Instead of the Al. Yeah, that makes sense.
Andy.
Ollie
Ollie and
and
Andy.
These are bad names. Well, I mean, they're good names.
From Bob's Burgers?
I like the names Ollie and Andy for all of our listeners.
At least one of those I really enjoy.
All right, boys, you ready for the next one?
Oh, yeah. Wait, maybe we should get back to basics here. Is she the asshole?
No.
No, she's actually the cool aunt in this story.
Yeah, she rocks. Oh, this is what I was going to say. Maybe the kids are just starting to, like, suss out their sexuality and, like, they know the yellow peanut M&M is sort of doing something for them, but they haven't figured it out yet. And that's why they're so, like,
just charged up.
Gotta get me those mm-ms.
Yo, why do they make the green M&Ms so sexy?
Yeah, the one
though?
likes the green and brown M&Ms. The other one likes all the M&Ms, so they're just trying to sell
Also,
it
why
out.
do they make the orange M&Ms so dumb?
I mean, the yellow M&M's also very dumb.
Yeah, but he's like, you know, like he's like the funny dumb guy, and then orange M&M, which I think is like supposed to be the pretzel M&M or something, is just like,
No, that's the
He's like
the
an-
grapefruit favorite M&M.
oh,
Ew.
people will get that reference. If you don't, just Google grapefruit method.
All right, we're moving on. Am I the asshole for not giving my family any money after they insulted me for my job?
Erica,
That's a hard yes, dude.
your stories are always so just fucking insane. Like, it's like you just pick stories where, like, my family's shitty, am I?
I'm just, trying to... make
No,
it-
they're good, is what I'm saying.
So I'm a stripper.
Okay.
My name's Amy. I have 2 twin boys. My stage name is Eminem.
Skylar and Kyler.
And I go on dates with men for fun, so they can practice, not sex during the dates. The most I do is hugging. I make the most out of anyone in my family. I have never been ashamed to be a stripper, and it's not a secret. I bought a good house a few miles away from the club, and I try to still talk to my family frequently. until they started talking more and more shit about my job, calling me a slut, saying I'm stupid, that I have no life goals. So I cut them off, my parents and everything. A month or so later, they call me up telling me they need money to fix their car. And I told them, sorry, you don't want my money. It's slut money, remember? Apologize and I'll give you the money. They said they won't be apologetic. So I told them, that's your choice. And I hung up the phone. Now I'm getting text messages from my family and posts on Facebook saying I should have just give them the money and saying that it's not a big deal. So, am I the asshole for not giving them money?
I think the big thing is that she's the asshole for going on dates with guys to teach them how.
And not putting out. Yeah, what does teach them how? What does that mean?
I think the big thing here is I'm mad because Erica, if I wasn't married to you, I would have to be going on dates with somebody to teach me how, because I don't think I could.
Christian,
I'm like the little engine that couldn't. I think I can't.
What do you? That's so depressing, man. You really gotta.
Sorry, guys. I'll bring it up. I'll bring the energy back up, guys.
All you have to do is say, but lucky for me, I found a great woman that I don't ever have to worry about that.
Yeah, I said that. I started at the top with that.
Yeah, well, like, bring it back around. Tell me I'm great.
But thankfully I have.
It's called the compliment sandwich, Christian.
Yes.
Christian, let's say you and Erica never meet. The destined to be never happened. What age do you think you learn how to hug? Because famously, of course, you didn't get hugs from your parents growing up.
I would say hug. Probably right after college, I'd learn how to hug. So like 21, 22.
That's so old, dude.
What? Like 27 is where you draw the line.
Didn't you ever like make a nice connection in college with like a professor, and you like wanted to be like, thanks for all the help, and give him the old shoulder wrap?
No, not a single time.
Oh, okay, that means you're pretty normal on that front.
Wait. How normal is it to break the touch barrier as like an adult? There's one dude that like
Erica just gave you daggers.
There's one dude that just touches my dork all the time.
Excuse me?
No, there's one guy at work that like when he sees me, he'll like give me a pat on the shoulder.
In
like,
today's current climate?
Yeah.
That's insane.
But in a hospital, no less?
Yeah. But
that's insane.
How dare he?
I can't believe you doxed me like that.
There's only one hospital in the United States.
But like he'll be like, "Oh, what's up, Christian?" He'll like pat me on the shoulder. I'm just like, you can literally touch another person. This is
no,
a thing
you
that
cannot.
No, you cannot.
You cannot.
Well, yeah, obviously, I get that.
In fact, getting touched is kind of crossing the border.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that either. Male or female or otherwise.
Okay, I lied about the shoulder. He's touching my crotch. I'm super into it. His name's Josh. I'm sorry.
I knew it.
It wasn't the hospital. It's one we work out.
I knew it.
Why would this person ever owe her family money?
Who knows?
Family can get fucked.
Because they're family, dude.
Listen, there's only 3 things in this life I hold dear.
The two of us and the dog.
Beer.
And maybe your girlfriend, I guess.
No.
She can be included.
She holds near.
Weir and beer.
And she's over the.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And my favorite type of wolf is weir.
A werewolf.
Correct.
Werewolf.
What's the next story, Richard?
The next story, boys.
Am I the asshole for
prioritizing my dog / a stranger baby over my boyfriend in a car accident?
What?
A stranger baby? A stranger's baby?
A stranger's baby.
Over a dog stranger baby.
A dog's? Okay. Prioritizing my dogs.
Just a super hot
her
dog. Just
/ a stranger's baby.
Baby. What a baby. Woof woof.
Look at them buns on that hot dog, baby.
My boyfriend and I were in a car accident about 2.5 months ago. Head-on collision. The driver in the other lane had fallen asleep and veered into our lane, and my boyfriend didn't see it in time because the sun was in his eyes. I was completely fine.
Why is he driving with the sun in his eyes?
Okay, well,
There's methods to mitigate.
Method 1. What do you guys think are the methods to mitigate sun in your eyes?
Number 1, the visor.
Correct.
Okay, number 2.
Sitting up
Sunglasses.
slightly taller.
Oh, sitting taller.
Adjusting your, like,
You're just up like here, and you're like, I'll just drive up here for a couple miles.
Here's
till I
it's-
slightly turn to the
it's
left.
so weird that here's my number 1 go-to. Just squint. I close one eye and I squint the other, and I just go, okay, I'm gonna drive now.
So, Erica, don't ever drive on a two-way street or a two-lane traffic with Christian, because
Yeah.
he's gonna fucking have
Murder
a front-end
us.
collision.
What do you mean?
You're driving with one eye closed.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean, his eyes are mostly closed most of the time anyway.
Yeah, I got squinty eyes already, dude. They're half, like, my eyes are in sunglasses
Listen,
mode.
I know we've been doing a lot of hot takes on the pod right now, but I'm going to come out and say you should have both your eyes open while driving.
That's such a hot take, Josh.
I'm pretty upset about this. Is this what breaks up the Judgies?
Christian, there's literally 3 other things you can do before the thing is, normal people, when they realize they are squinting, put the visor down. That's not the solution. That's like the symptom that you need to treat by performing a solution.
Agreed.
You don't like squint your eyes and be like, problem solved, dude. That's like sitting in the back of the class.
But there's
'cause
less
you don't-
sun in your eyes.
Because you're
dude.
blind
Problem
and
solved.
you can't read the board and being like, I'll just squint for the rest of my life. Problem solved.
All right, so the sun was in his eyes.
He's squinting. One eye closed.
I was completely fine. Initially, I thought my boyfriend was completely fine because I looked over and asked if he was okay, and he said he was. We had my 3 dogs with us.
Both of his eyes are out of his eye sockets, but he's like, I can see the normal amount that I see when I'm driving, so I'm probably good.
We had my 3 dogs with us, 2 on the back of our UTE, Ute.
Ute.
You.
Okay, and a puppy in the back seat.
Oh,
So
they
I
must
jumped
be
out.
Australian.
I checked on the dogs and was calling the police. I walked over to the other car to check on the occupant and saw they had a baby on board sticker. So I checked the back seat and saw a baby. I checked her over as best as I could. I work as a pediatric nurse, by the way. And the police showed up about the same time I was checking the baby. I stayed with the baby until the ambulance showed up, and I went over to my partner, who was still in the car and was being assessed for a broken wrist. Since then, he has been constantly making digs that the dogs and strangers are more important than him. But frankly, I asked if he was okay, and yes, to me in that situation, a baby is more important. His parents are also giving me shit about being a bad girlfriend. Was I the asshole here? Everyone involved was okay. My boyfriend had a broken wrist, and the lady in the other car had a concussion and some broken ribs. The dogs were fine. Puppy was scared so badly he peed, but otherwise okay. And the baby was fine too. So I don't see what the big deal is.
Sounds to me like there's 2 babies at this car accident.
That sounds like the baby wasn't fine. He came out with a broken wrist.
Yeah.
Turns out she took the baby on board sticker off of the other person's car and put it on her fucking ute. Can we change the podcast format to be, instead of saying, am I the asshole, it's, how many M&Ms do I deserve? This lady deserves all the M&Ms.
She
He's
does
being
at least a handful.
He's being a little baby.
She did what she was trained to do. She triaged the situation. She knew that the most...
Oh my God, what a fucking word, Eric.
I was just going to say,
Triage?
you know what that means?
What a good word.
You guys don't know what triage means?
I honestly knew what it meant. I just meant, like, that's so crazy that you also knew what it meant.
I mean, it's just a fancier word for prioritize. So
I honestly knew that. And Josh knew that too, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
all I'm saying is that she did what she was trained to do. She assessed the situation and picked what was, she checked on him, then checked on her dogs, and then immediately went over to do the next thing. And since the baby was obviously a higher priority than any other thing in the situation, she did what she had to do, and she stayed with the baby.
Also,
What if somebody else's baby? I think you're not getting this. It's not her baby.
I'm
It's somebody
your baby.
else's. It's somebody else's.
I call
baby.
you baby all the time, and you never reciprocate. And now I think you might think that I'm not your baby. Honestly.
Honestly, though, like, here's the thing. I don't think I'm your baby.
In my mind, this was like a 10-mile-an-hour collision. And the guy already had a broken wrist but didn't want to admit it to his girlfriend. And so they're driving. And so he's driving with his eyes closed because the sun's in his fucking eyes or whatever. And he's like, oh no, babe. And like veers in at like a 10-mile-an-hour collision. Like, still wanted to act tough. So obviously his girlfriend asked him, like, are you okay? And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm fine. And then she leaves. And then he's just like, fuck, I still got this broken wrist. I got to figure out how to break this ice.
She didn't even ask, are you sure, after following up?
Yeah.
Does she even love me? He hasn't,
like-
am I the asshole?
It's like
He's got a relationship advice post.
it's like when you're on a date and you're like, oh, I'll pay for the bill. And they go, okay. And you're like, you didn't say no, I'll get it. Kind of fucking rude. Like, obviously, I'm still going to pay
offer
for
to
it.
split? Are
Obviously-
you kidding me?
Obviously, I am fine, but you need to follow up with the, are you sure? It's pretty rude of you to not ask me twice.
Wait, are you sure?
No. I've never been less sure about something in my life. That's like my biggest nightmare when I'm driving with my dog is like hitting something. Because
They make seatbelts for dogs,
Judah-
that you attach to the
Judah
harness.
ain't a little fucking. He ain't this guy. He ain't a little baby. Judah ain't even got wrists to break.
What?
They ain't got wrists.
Dogs don't got
Dogs
wrists.
got wrists. They're more like
Yes.
4 ankles, right? They got back ankles and front ankles.
I mean, I guess.
What is an ankle but the wrist of the foot?
Exactly. Yes.
Or is the ankle or the wrist the ankle of the hand?
Correct.
Huh.
Gross.
I think we might have to go on a break and think about this one.
We'll come back. We'll hit you on whether or not wrists or what came first, the ankle or the wrist.
Trick question. It's both at the same time. Evolution, baby.
And welcome back. Of course, the wrist and the ankle evolved at the exact same time. Thank you, Erica, for confirming that. Now, special circle, Judge. I'm already heated. We're about to be a lot more heated. 2 of us are. Because tomorrow, as of when this comes out, the day after this comes out, is going to be, of course, on 3/1/2/3 National Pepper Day.
National Pepper Day.
So
I do not partake. I'm a little bitch. So
none of us have ever partaken before. Partaked?
partaken.
None of us have ever partaken. But Christian decided,
Hey,
let's eat peppers on the podcast.
you know what? It's gonna be National Pepper Day. Let's have a little pep fest.
So we got habaneros in the raw. We're going to eat them.
Well, the 2 of them are. I am not.
Yeah, we have a third one, but Erica ain't going to eat that shit.
No. Like I said, I'm a little bitch. I can't handle spicy.
I figured we'd get the third one in case these ones are like duds. We'll split the third one.
Now, so you think it's like a firecracker?
I mean, you are supposed to light the end on fire first, right?
That's
And
what the
then
stem is for.
You light it. Yeah, that makes sense. I got one without a fuse.
oh shit!
Yeah.
You did.
So you got to
get
throw
done.
it fast once you light it. Of
Pop it right in the back of your
the
throat.
first rule of fireworks is if it's a short fuse, you just got to throw fast.
Sounds
Ask
right.
Jason Pierre Paul, he knows. All right, guys.
Who's Jason Peter Paul?
Jason Peter Paul picked a peck of pickled peppers.
These aren't pickled.
Uh,
Wait, how are you picking pickled peppers?
Right? Isn't pickling
You'd have
after
to
you
pick
pick
it
them?
and then you'd pickle. Yeah, you'd pick and then pickle.
You soak them in vinegar. That's all pickling is.
listen, I don't know why you guys have a bone to pickle with me. I didn't write the goddamn nursery rhyme.
Just eat your peppers and shut up.
All right.
Why does my eye itch now? Like
Because this is a bad idea. Look, I have a lot of words about it. We're going to eat the pepper, and then we're going to
Then
talk.
we're gonna say the words.
All right. On 3.
Wait, should I document this moment for our Instagram?
No. That'll come up once we eat it. In 3, 2, 1.
That was a big bite. Christian's frowning.
Now, famously, Christian, not a huge fan of spicy food.
No, not really. Oh,
I like
wow.
spicy food. And honestly, habaneros are one of my favorite peppers.
It had a good flavor.
The flavor of a habanero is very good. Now, a habanero in the raw, not one of my favorite flavors.
Christian's having a hard
I'm already
time.
crying.
And of course,
I was expecting worse, but it might get worse. It's getting worse.
yeah. So,
Wow.
here's my fucking
Lay it on
issues.
me, brother.
Holy fuck.
Lay it on me, brother.
One, this is bad audio. Like Erica already said.
I know you're medium. It's real hard to talk.
Yeah.
I'm
Erica,
enjoying
you might
this.
just have to vamp.
I don't know what that means.
You
but
got 25 minutes of just talking?
I mean, sure. I can
So this
try.
is
Wow.
How's the beer chaser? How's that working out for you guys?
bad.
Oh, wow. It's all the way up into
All
my
right.
ears.
Of course, I have a
Into
hidden,
your ears?
hidden
Yeah.
palate cleanser.
Just the noisiest
Wow.
food you could possibly eat on a podcast. It's got some carrots to help you guys.
Guys, what do you think about hot peppers? I think they're pretty cool.
I think they're no big deal.
Listen, carrots are notorious. They're little known palate cleansers.
No,
My tongue's too hot to eat the
the
carrot.
carrots are not working.
No, the carrots are working.
Wait, really?
Ah! Fuck!
The carrots are so cold and my mouth is so hot that it hurts worse.
It's like when you're in the shower and the water's so hot and your feet are so
Yeah,
cold. But
yeah, it only ever hurts my feet in the shower.
So here's my issue.
This is such an insane burn.
I really was expecting like tears to just be streaming down your faces.
I've got tears.
I do got a tear in my right eye.
So, this is bad audio. Because, one, they can't see us, which is half the fun of watching someone eat something hot. And two, now we're just going to be breathing heavily and snotting for the rest of the episode. Three,
It's good. We gave him a good top half.
as you mentioned, it's hard to talk now, so it's bad. Now my witty jokes are out the fucking window.
Well,
This
they were
didn't
never
put you
there
in
to
like a
begin
state
with.
of distress and make you funnier?
I almost ate
I must
more
have
of the
got a gut.
habanero because I thought it was a carrot.
I
That would've been
thought
so
you gave me
funny.
a cup of habaneros. I was pissed at first.
The habaneros were the same exact color as the carrots.
I was so mad. It's not even hot, actually. It's so weird. I must have gotten a dud.
So, complaint number 2. Oh, my fucking stomach already. That wasn't complaint number 2.
I'm so glad I didn't eat it. You guys know I would have been probably puking.
You're even having a bad time.
Complaint number 2. I like to think I bring fun, innovative ideas to the podcast. I don't know, maybe I fucking spend 30 minutes writing a parody of the famous Christmas story, The Night Before Christmas. Make it podcast themed. And then I do it on the podcast. It's funny, it's good, it's thematic. Maybe I come up with a nice little betting system where, like, I know I'm going to lose, where I'm going to have to post an r/roast meme. And then Christian's idea of bringing something to the table
For those spicy
is making
burps.
us both eat a fucking habanero on the podcast.
It's National Pepper Day, Josh. What are you going to do?
But the same thing I've done for the last 25 National Pepper Days I've been alive. Nothing at all.
Josh, it's National Pepper Day. Erica was going to celebrate.
No,
it
I
just
wasn't.
happens to be that not today.
Erica's actually on the wagon for peppers.
She's a
That's very
purist. She only celebrates on National
I
Pepper Day.
only
She doesn't celebrate early.
true. I only eat green sweet peppers, okay? Smothered in ranch. Or
Notoriously
Cooked.
the hottest peppers.
sweet green peppers are not the hottest.
They taste the worst.
That's incorrect. Green peppers slap hard.
No. This pepper tastes better than green peppers. It's a lot hotter.
The hot take coming from Christian: habaneros hotter than green peppers.
You could say this whole segment is a hot take.
Yeah, it's all a hurt Turk.
That's what started it all. It came into my head. Came to me in a dream, then left me in another.
Did we leave that in the pod where you first texted me about National Pepper Day? Was that on the pod?
I have no idea. I don't remember.
Christian texted me months ago, maybe like a month ago, saying, hey, December 29th is National Pepper Day. You want to maybe eat a pepper on the podcast? And I didn't respond.
He just flat out ignored me. I knew my sweet baby must have been sick. You want to split the second one?
Are you going to puke?
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's not going to puke. Dang, that would have been fun.
But yeah, I look at my calendar. I see, National Pepper Day. This could be fun for the podcast. Knowing fully that Erica will not participate.
I will not.
We're going to the backup palate cleanser. Blueberry acai aha.
Carrots have failed. We're going to emergency plan.
The bubbly isn't going to make it worse?
The carbonation is an actual palate cleanser.
What the fuck? Are you making stuff up?
No, it's CO2. It's basic.
You're just gonna keep giving me shit until... No, I swear this is gonna help. Did the carrots not help you? I feel better.
I did, but trust me, take the last drink. Take a drink of aha, and it'll all go away, man.
Okay. Wow. It's coming in waves where I'm like, oh, I'm good. And then I swallow, and I'm just like, psych, bitch. You ain't good.
Take a fucking drink, man.
I'm working on it. Erica, what do you have to say?
Yeah, get us with the
Please
story.
add in.
Vibe.
Yeah, hit us with the story.
Vibe. Don't just look at us while we're in pain.
I do have one more story for you guys.
Oh, my fucking stomach, dude.
Oh,
Let
I
me
can't wait to
find
take
it.
a shit after this one, boys.
It's going to be a real spicy one.
I hope not. I'll be
Boo.
upset. Wait, CO2 is basic?
Carbon dioxide? Yeah, man.
You say that like I should know. That is a thing?
I don't know. I just say stuff with confidence and people believe me. Most drinking water is slightly basic. It's like 7.7 pH.
This is making my mouth feel worse because now my mouth is tingly, but also like,
On fire.
yeah. But I will say,
Aha, you've discovered.
Boo.
I will say, I feel like what gets me when I eat like hot wings and stuff is the actual temperature of the wings mixed with the spiciness. Like now, this is bad.
I can
It
just
sucks.
hear in your voice that your nose is just
Yeah,
running.
you
Oh,
can
yeah.
hear that you're talking
yeah.
nasally.
My nose is dripping. But like
Christian
when I
got
eat,
that drip.
thank you. But when I eat hot wings,
You sounded like a nerd.
what? No,
Thank you.
I'm not a turbo verge. You are. Erica, go with this story. I don't know
All
where
right.
I'm going.
Today I fucked up by consulting WebMD before my significant other, who is a doctor.
I should have done that before this challenge.
Consulted WebMD.
Yeah.
No, consulting his partner who's a hot pepper.
Thanks.
Thanks, Josh, for saving me on that one. Oh, God, it's so hot. Continue with the story.
I was dropping a deuce in the bathroom while browsing Reddit.
Okay, I'm interested.
Judging by the red circles forming on my knees, I knew I was in there too long. It's time to wipe. But of course, as we all like to admire the work we've done in the bowl, I first examine my masterpiece. The poop, not my dick.
As everyone does.
A classic stand a wiper.
Oh, this is new. The lemonade and my massive heap of shit are all red.
Uh-oh.
Don't refer to piss as lemonade.
My lemonade.
First of all. And if you are going to refer to as lemonade, please at least mention that around the corner fudge is made.
It's peach tea, dude. You make your peachy.
Hemorrhoids? Nah, can't be. My shit came out like fresh toothpaste.
This person's analogies are bad. They're giving me such bad visuals. I'd rather eat another fucking habanero than listen to this person ruin lemonade and toothpaste for me.
Still blood? Maybe. So naturally, I Google my ass, no pun intended, into WebMD. Kidney disease? Cancer?
It's colon cancer if I've ever seen it.
Okay, don't panic just yet. Do I have any other symptoms? Trouble sleeping, unexplained weight loss, etc.?
Menstruation.
Fuck. Okay. At this point, I'm convinced I have late-stage cancer. My life flashes before my eyes, and my mind starts racing.
Does make sense.
I haven't told my parents that I love them in a while. I'm never going to reach my career goals. I was a total piece of shit to that guy who cut me off the other day. I didn't get to eat the leftover meatloaf. Ma, the meatloaf! Wedding Crashers was a good movie. Wait, fuck! I have cancer!
This person sucks.
No, this person's cool, and they write cool.
My life was good, but it could have been better. So many regrets. My eyes start to water, and then it snowballs. I end up weeping like a banshee on the toilet. A grown-ass man with his pants around his hairy ankles. What a sight. My significant other, a doctor, storms into the bathroom. What the fuck? Are you okay? I reply, I think I have cancer. My urine and or stool are red with blood.
Imagine
And/or.
in this actual high tense scenario using the phrase and/or. You think you have cancer, you're crying, and just, I have blood in my pee and/or stool.
I may have bladder or colon cancer, but it must be one.
Or the other. Or both.
And/or.
And/or.
She pauses for a second and then bursts out laughing. Do you remember what we had for dinner? I'm annoyed at the unexpected lack of sympathy.
Can I guess?
What the hell is so funny, and why the fuck does that matter? Guess?
Blood pudding.
That's pretty good. Blood sausage.
Blood orange?
Meatloaf.
Red velvet
they
cake.
did mention meatloaf.
Beets!
Red shit. They ate red shit for dinner.
Oh, damn.
We had beets. Apparently, some people can't break down the pigment, and it makes us shit out Kill Bill Volume 1. Who knew? Beats me.
Did they actually write that, or was that all you,
No,
dude?
that's definitely in here.
Damn.
Christian almost had respect for you.
Yep. So that's my last story.
I do think it's very telling of me that I fell for the classic blunder of my partner, the doctor, and I was like, they must be a gay couple. This dude's talking about his shit.
Christian, can I just say something? Doctors can be women, too.
Well, I feel like a real fucking idiot now.
In between when women be shopping, women be
Doctoring.
doctoring.
The top comment is, I peed red once, and I was like, oh my god, do boys get periods? I was 12.
Yeah, that's about the right
Wait,
age.
is there an answer to whether... If you eat beets, do you pee red, or do
Yeah.
you shit
Poop
red?
Both.
If you can't digest
You
it,
do both?
You don't pee red. You don't just pee red.
You boys and your long urethras. You don't know the life of UTIs and bladder infections.
This is
that's
a
different.
This is a serious anatomical question. How much longer is the male urethra? Is it
lot.
just the length of the penis, or is it way
Yeah.
longer?
No, it's really long.
Okay. Because I'm like, listen, you're overestimating the length of my urethra here.
Listen here, I only got about half an inch on you. That's on a warm day.
When the pool's nice.
In females, the urethra is short, only 3 to 4 centimeters, which is about 1 to 5.
That's short?
1.5 inches long. In males, the urethra is longer, about 20 centimeters,
What
7
the
to 8 inches in length.
Is that just because it has to go down to connect with the vas deferens?
Hell yeah, baby. You know I got that long-ass urethra.
And
I got that 20-centimeter urethra, baby.
I guess I got a long urethra. I don't know. I guess I was just born deferens.
God, Josh.
Boo.
Vas or other.
That hurt worse than the
Shut the
pepper.
fuck up.
Back to the story. This person is he sucks. If this isn't a fake story and this person sincerely writes and talks like this, I hope he does have late stage cancer.
Oh my God, Joshua. No, you do not.
Well, like a little bit.
Did you hear the story this week of a guy went into the doctor's, and I think it was in L.A., and was getting a prostate exam. And when the doctor went to give him a prostate exam, the guy came, and so he pulled out his gun and shot the doctor 3 times. And
Is this a real story?
He was yelling at him in a different language. I'm not sure what language. The patient was yelling at the doctor, and the doctor's like, I don't know what to do. So the dude shot him like 3 times, then like ran out.
The doctor shot him or the patient
No, the
shot him?
patient shot the doctor.
Okay.
Because the doctor...
It wasn't the only thing.
It wasn't
shooting
lethal
that
shots.
day.
There were shots in the legs, but they didn't hit anything crazy. But the dude was just going around, like, just got a fucking prostate exam and came, which I guess is relevant. Like,
right?
it's not like super common, but it's not like unheard of.
Okay.
I don't know. Just think that's funny.
I got my burps, guys.
Almost like this is bad for radio, huh?
Did it sting your nose when it was coming out?
No,
That
but
surprises me. You know,
Mouth's
like when you get
still-
like a spicy Sprite?
mouth's still hot.
So hang on. We just ate a habanero, and you're gonna be like spicy
Compare
Sprite.
I'm comparing it to McDonald's Sprite. Yes.
When the lime is extra crisp, that thing that's infamously sour, it's sometimes spicy to me.
You don't ever think that like just stings a little too much? Like maybe they should tone it back a bit. It's too stingy on my tongue.
I do like flat soda, I'm not going to lie.
Oh my god!
Is it save it for a hurt Turk? Oh my
Why would
God.
you tell me? 11 years and you wait to tell me this?
You've known this about me. Especially Mountain Dew. Mountain
Eric-
Dew's so much better flat.
You wait
Erica
11
likes her
years
soda
to tell me you like
she
Mountain
likes
Dew?
her men.
Like, just open it up and then leave it in the fridge for a day and
Boring
come back to
and
it.
dull.
It's so good. Just give it a try. It's called the Ricky.
You
A
can't
flat
just
Ricky.
claim flat soda.
This
for
is
I'm
called a
claiming
flat
it.
Ricky.
It's called a flat Ricky, just like my chest.
the flat Ricky.
Yeah.
Listen, I need to come out.
Joshua.
I also enjoy
Is this-
flat soda.
Yes!
After
4,
6, 8 years,
29 episodes of a podcast.
you come and tell me this?
It's not like I prefer it, but I kind of like it though.
It's not
I
bad.
work out in your basement. You're going to let me come over and tell me that?
Christian, didn't you notice when I used to make pre-workout for you that I intentionally left it out to make it flat?
Because pre-workout is carbonated?
It can be. I make it with carbonated water sometimes.
Josh is a freak like that.
Carbonated poop water.
What was I gonna say about this story? I mean, you're absolutely on the nail. Hit the nail on the head, Christian. I also assumed this was a woman at first, which is obviously I should have guessed that it wasn't because they were freaked out at blood in the toilet. Because, like Erica alluded to, men just are so sheltered in their prissy little lives.
Yes, with their tiny urethras.
No, bigger urethra.
yes, sorry.
Men have big urethra.
Sorry, I was thinking of
Very
their
long.
ego.
Tell me I have a very long urethra.
Little ego. Of course, there is an inverse correlation
Yes,
between
yes.
ego and urethra.
No, you have a nice urethra.
It's nice. That means it's small, though. Is my urethra big enough to please you? Or is it just big enough to appease you?
Shut the fuck
All right,
up.
let's get out of here. The pepper's worn off. I'm thinking about going for round 2.
We got one left. We can do halvesies on it if you want.
Christian, I'm just upset,
Here,
man.
how about this? I'll take the first bite. I'll chew it up. I'll mama bird it to you. You eat it.
Please don't. I don't want to be here
Yeah.
for that.
Or we do, because I'm sure it's good for podcast.
It's
No.
definitely...
This is good
Yes,
for audio
that-
only.
That sounds like it's a very good thing for an audio.
No.
Listen, guys, if we didn't tease it enough, now I can hear how nasally my voice is. We are going to eventually get video here.
Probably.
Oh, man. Now I got to do my makeup and, like, not wear my pajamas over here. You ruined the whole vibe.
I ruined the vibe.
Yeah.
Well, once the stewed gets updated, it'll be nicer, too. We're going to paint the walls.
I've been suggesting you paint these walls forever, and you're finally going to do it?
Yeah. Well, you are.
Oh. Well, that's okay. I'm all right with that.
Going to get new curtains.
Oh, hell
Whoa.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That feels wrong.
Of course,
a little wrong.
it'll be a new sofa over there. Well, it'll be the old love seat, but it'll be a different sofa. It'll be a good time. We're going to be posting clips on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram.
You're offering too much. This is going to fall apart so quickly.
I mean, my biggest fear is that, yeah, it's going to be too much work. But you know what? Got to get that guap. The only thing I'm motivated by in this life is money, pussy, and cash. And I'm all out of pussy.
I just can't wait for we come out with the video.
Habanero fucked me, man.
We come out with the video podcast. We start making money. I write off these 18 cents worth of habanero peppers. Tax write-off, baby.
That's the wildest part about pepper buying is how cheap they are. You can buy a pound of jalapenos and they like pay you for it.
Yeah.
They're like, get them out of our fucking store.
Yeah, I went to the store and bought these and I went, I can't use my credit card for this.
You had to use pennies. This is why Christian's pro penny.
It was, yeah.
How else are you going to buy habaneros?
It would have been 20 cents. You want me to pay 20 cents every time I buy 3 habaneros?
That's how you make a blind man make a profit right there.
I was absolutely shocked by how cheap it was. I've never bought something that cheap. You can't even buy a piece of bubble gum for that cheap.
And that's how and think about it. That's how insanely like overpriced green peppers are, because one green bell pepper is like $1.40, and jalapenos they're like 20 cents for a pound.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty wild.
Man, food be wild like that.
We are, of course, eating up all the reviews you guys are leaving. Thank you for reviewing our podcast. Please continue to do it. Share it with your friends. We're trying to see unprecedented growth in the new year.
Send us in a story about the hottest food you ever ate. You can email it to judgiespod@gmail.com. That's JUDGIES pod@gmail.com.
And of course, if you do have those stories, send us in not a video, just audio of you eating them, because that's good apparently. Christian, what do you got for us, man?
I would say just share this podcast, the hottest podcast, with your hottest friends.
We only want 8s or better listening to the podcast. So if you're under an 8, turn it off.
Maybe just pause it here, reevaluate your life, and come back when you're an 8 at next week's episode.
Because you're all 8s to us. Bye.
You're at least an 8. Bye.
Okay, bye.
The Judgies love you if you're an 8.
But only if you're an 8.